Back in the day, people believed many things. It was completely normal to believe mermaids are real, or to think that a dragon has visited last night. Magical unicorns and fire-breathing dragons are just two out of many mythical creatures that have been featured in many movies nowadays. In the fantasy world of all these mysterious creatures, some are believed to be harmful, while others are a sign of peace and love. According to our world right now, many of these creatures were made up and not many of us believed in these beings. Stories of mythical creatures can be found everywhere, and some of these stories can be interesting. There is something special behind every creature that has been mentioned to us. Mermaids are said to be the most beautiful women. Dragons are described as super powerful, and others are also unique in their own ways. Whether or not some of these creatures exist we do not know, but we can still enjoy the mystery and awesome stories around them. Mermaids and various other marine creatures. Our planet could be thought of as a blue planet. It's covered by water, and a huge part of our oceans and seas have yet to be explored. Under all this massive amount of water, it's believed there might be mysterious creatures such as sea serpents. Mermaids and mermen are also known as merfolk. These are marine versions of half-human beings. Most of us have seen a Disney version of The Little Mermaid. This lovely fairy tale was first published back in 1837. Mermaids are mainly described as stunning beautiful women who can be found under the deep sea. They are also thought to be amazing singers. In folklore, the mysterious mermaids were actually associated with death and misfortune. According to the myth, mermaids were luring sailors off course right onto rocky shoals where they would painfully die or fight to their death. Not as well known as female mermaids, mermen are also one of the marine creatures that have an equally strange reputation. They are thought to be able to summon storms, sink ships, and even drown the sailors. In case you've never heard of them, there is a group everyone is afraid of. They are the Blue Men of the Minge. These guys are said to dwell around Scotland. These creatures appear to look like ordinary men, but their skin is actually blue. The story of the Blue Men are known for challenging the captain of the ship to a rhyming contest. If it turns out the captain is quick and good, he will get a chance to save his sailors. Another less known legend about mermaids is a Japanese version of merfolk. Their version of mermaids is called kappa. It's said they appear to look more like an animal than a human. They feature strange faces, and they have shells similar to a tortoise on their backs. Same like the Blue Men, these creatures also challenge humans to games of the skills. However, if humans lose, they will suffer. Whether or not mermaids are real, they are ancient and they have been very popular stories to us humans. Even the famous Starbucks logo features a mermaid. Griffin and the ancient origins behind it. When someone mentions a griffin, most of us can easily visualize it in our heads. The griffins are easily described as a legendary creature with wings and the head of an eagle. The body of a griffin is completely different though. His legs and tail are actually from a lion. The griffin is perceived as a majestic and very powerful creature. The lion is known to be the king of the beasts, while the eagle is known to be the king of the birds. This might be the reason why griffins are perceived as so powerful. Griffins are mostly found in mythology and art of ancient Greece. There are various representations of griffins in ancient Egypt as well, and they can also be found in ancient Persia, some dating back to the 4th millennia BC. Throughout the history, people have been merging the appearance of humans and animals. For example, look at the Lamassu, the creature that featured a head of a man, a body of a bull, and the wings of an eagle. There is also a part bird, part man-like creature called the Garadu. He was serving as a mount for the famously known god Vishnu. The griffin might seem as a creature mankind has made up, but there might be some truth behind this. One of the theories claims the griffin was brought to Europe by traders who were travelling from the Gobi Desert. The fossils of a dinosaur named the Protoceratops have been found in the Gobi Desert. The fossil features skull bones that look very bird-like. Some people claim this might explain the mysterious griffin story. Whatever is the reality, the griffin has been a part of our culture for a long time, and they can be found in some of the games and even movies. Unicorns and their mysterious appearance. Unicorns are one of the most known mysterious animals. Most of us never even looked at them as very mythical, but they surely would have gotten our attention a long time ago. Unicorns are found everywhere. Memes, movies, games, and even toddler toys. There is a belief that unicorns actually exist, but they haven't been seen in centuries. And just because they haven't been seen for so long, for true believers this makes them even more mysterious. Many people place them in the same category as mammoths, dinosaurs, Bigfoot, and even the famous Loch Ness Monster. But some actually truly believe they exist and they can be found in some other regions. The first unicorn appears in Chinese mythology. It was known to be an animal of good omen that was sent to humans for the important missions. The first one appeared nearly 5,000 years ago, and it has given Emperor Fuxi the secrets of written language. The appearance of the unicorn is apparently a sign of good times, and knowing that the unicorn has not been seen for centuries now, it means we're living in very bad times. Another interesting story coming from the Chinese is that unicorns were able to foretell the birth of a great man. Back in 551 BC, a pregnant woman met a unicorn in the woods. He gave her a tiny piece of jade, and he laid his head on her lap. The woman felt how important this event really was, and she knew it had to be a good omen sent by the gods. She later on gave birth to the philosopher Confucius. Confucius was the most respected philosopher of that time, and even now his words are still very honoured and respected. Are unicorns really just a story and beautiful creatures humans made up? Who knows, but they are surely something we are always going to love. Maybe in better times a unicorn will appear again. Dragons and their ancient origins. Dragons are surely one of the most popular mythical characters we know at the moment. Dragons appear everywhere in movies, games, cartoons, and even toys. There are many different kinds of dragons according to the stories. Fire-breathing giant dragons, golden dragon serpents, two-headed dragons, and many more. Dragons were highly significant creatures in ancient China. They were a real symbol of the emperor and his beloved throne. Back then, they have believed that dragons were in full control of the water and weather. They were said to be able to play with floods, oceans, storms, and even tornadoes. Even today, the dragon in China represents wisdom, luck, and power. They are truly famous for their protective nature, safety, and goodness. Unlike in China, Scandinavian and British mythology say a whole different story. In Scandinavia and the British Isles, dragons were the creatures known to be malevolent and very hard to kill. They are described as completely wingless. The dragon from the west is wingless and they had to live in very dark places, guarding hoards of treasure. Whoever tried to approach this dragon would usually end up in a bad way. How real are these stories of dragons? No one really knows, but we believe they are something special. Everyone loves dragons and we keep on having them around us, even in our favourite games. The Kraken, a legendary sea monster. As probably one of the largest monsters we've ever imagined, the Kraken is surely something we all wish to know about. The Kraken belongs to Nordic folklore. It was known for haunting the seas from Norway all the way through to Iceland and Greenland. This mysterious creature was famous for harassing ships. The myth says that Kraken would sometimes fail to destroy a ship. In this case, the Kraken would swim in circles and create a massive storm. The appearance of Kraken would almost always result in something bad. Even if Kraken had a fearsome reputation, some believe the Kraken itself was a big benefit for the fishermen. The Kraken was always swimming in the company of huge schools of fish. For the brave fishermen, this meant a great catch. Today, scientists believe the Kraken was just a giant squid. Back in 2005, Japanese researchers filmed one of these giant squids in its natural habitat. It was 900 meters deep in the water. This giant squid was very fast and was a very powerful swimmer. It was using tentacles to attack and capture its prey. Whether or not the Kraken is a squid, it's probably the largest mythical creature we have ever heard of. So that was 5 mysterious creatures humans once thought were real. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.